you may have guessed from the title, I'm going to have a little story time with you today. And this is why I will not watch Zombeavers. I find it traumatizing in a way. Way back, we're talking about, I don't know the exact year, but this would have been between 2005 and 2009. My sister and I were sitting on a bench by a river in a state park. There was an informative sign in front of this bench, and it was about beavers and their dams. And all of a sudden, something clicked, because my sister and I like horror movies. We like, the Friday the 13th, Halloween, slasher type movies, and I love, more than she does, I love animal horror. So anything shark related, anything alligator related, I find very interesting. Piranha, that kind of thing. And it occurred to me, just out of nowhere, what would happen if we had a semi-aquatic animal, like a beaver, that was going around killing people, like a huge beaver. That seemed like a very great idea because it could go in the water and it could go on land, which is the part about alligator that I like the most, the fact that it can stalk you in both places. Whereas if you just want to avoid a shark attack, you don't go in the water. So anyway, this became a thing, and we thought, oh, that would be really cool, that'd be fun. So we sat down and she wrote, I kind of dictated a little bit and she wrote, and we went over all the characters. We made up a whole list of characters, stereotypical characters, so kind of based on, the 80s movie stereotypes, the nerd, the jock, the slut, the popular girl, the girl that is really, really cute and everyone ignores her and you're wondering why, that kind of thing. So we came up with all these characters, their relationship to one another, their names, and that was pretty much it. We left it. And she kept the paper, so I did not have it. When I moved out of my parents' house, so this would have been back in 2009, I had asked her to find it. She didn't know where it was. So I said, I will give you $20 to find it, give it to me, and relinquish any creative hold you might have on this piece, because I want to develop it. So I am a writer. She is not. I decided that I would write almost like a screen treatment. So it's not really a screenplay or anything like that, but it's like a companion piece to a movie. So this could be used as a movie, or this could be just a standalone little novella, keeping in mind that it is cheesy and intentionally campy. So not like a great piece of literature or anything like that. Not a Stephen King-esque type piece either. And I offered her this deal, and she took it, she found it, she gave me the papers. So I moved, I decided to work on this story, and I ended up calling it Camp Diamond Lake, which is a play on Camp Crystal Lake. And underneath it says, an ode to the 90-minute horror movie. And my alternate title, because I got very into the, how other countries, they translate titles into different things. So I thought maybe I would come up with a silly alternate title also. And mine is, Death Comes with Pointy Teeth in the Night. So I kind of like that title better, but anyway. So I wrote this thing, and I had a couple people edit it, and I, worked on it for a while. I was going to look into self-publishing or something like that, maybe making a PDF and then distributing it somehow. I kind of gave up on the idea of filming it in any way. Maybe I could animate it, but even then, it's going to be a big project. Fast forward, and my sister sends me a text saying, there's a movie called Zombeavers, and I think it's going to be similar. Now, she hadn't read the actual finished work that I had, so she was just going by the description from wherever, IMDb or something like that, Netflix maybe, and I couldn't bring myself to watch it. I just could not. My heart just broke. The fact that someone had the beaver idea as well, You know, I mean, obviously we each came to it independently. There's no way that I could have been ripped off. I was not influenced by them because I had been thinking about this years and years earlier. And it just, it, I don't know, it really stomped on my heart and kind of ended my interest in doing any further developing of this piece. And so I just let it sit. I was too upset to do anything about it. I think at one point I checked, and the last time that I had accessed the file, which was to try and see if I could salvage it and make it less beavery, but that date was back in 2016. So I have not done anything with it since then, except yesterday. I ended up reading what I had written just to refresh my memory, just to see, and given the description I've read about Zombeavers in my story, I don't think they're going to be anything alike. Mine is serious in a way that Friday the 13th is very serious. It comes off as campy, but that's the intention. It's serious with some camp thrown in. Whereas from my impression of what Zombeavers is, that one's more like a Sharknado, like a ridiculous, let's make fun of this the whole time type thing. So there's that. So I figured, because this has really held me back. I have been so upset about this and just discouraged, and I haven't written anything because of this perceived failure. And I have decided what I'm going to do is read you the prologue today so you can kind of get an idea of what it's about. And then I might read the whole thing, put it up as a separate video. I might make it into a little pamphlet and distribute it. Not sure, but I think I will start with just reading the prologue. Then we will see about making another video where I read the whole thing. And then I would definitely need to revise it. That's the thing. I need to revise it. I need to change a few things in here. And we shall see. But you might get another video of me reading the final revised version. So, without further ado, this is Camp Diamond Lake. Death comes with pointy teeth in the night. An ode to the 90-minute horror movie. Prologue. It's not very long. And then you can let me know in the comments what you think I should do with this. Prologue. The wind blew gently through the half-naked trees. Leaves carpeted the ground in rich colors which would soon fade under the onslaught of winter. The river babbled and glittered under the weight of the sun. The current was strong, and debris quickly passed by the banks in an unending parade. The one-armed man paused as he neared the riverbank. His eyes squinted against the glare of the sun, deepening the wrinkles on his face. He raised his tanned hand to shade his eyes. The man saw a large crow standing near a tangle of exposed tree roots. A few drops of blood glistened on its beak. The bird was looking at the rushing water, its head cocking in a curious gesture, its black eyes unblinking. The man bent over to pick up a rock. He slowly advanced upon the bird, trying to be soundless as he stalked through the leaves. Without warning, the crow jerked its head and pecked at something within the tree roots. The bird turned toward the water again, a small piece of skin hanging from the corner of its beak. The crow cawed, and the piece of skin fell among the leaves. In a series of small, awkward thrusts, the crow searched for its morsel. The man stopped and looked at the tree roots. He saw nothing but swirling water and a dark shape. He started moving closer, the stone cutting into his palm as he clutched it tighter. Blood trickled through his fist. Fear gripped his heart. The bird gave up its search and turned toward the tree again. The man reached the tree just in time to see the crow plunge its beak into a corpse's eye. The man threw the rock as hard as he could. He was never going to be good at throwing left-handed, and the crow flew off untouched. The man stumbled against the tree trunk and gazed at the terrible thing at his feet. The woman stared up at him in silent horror, one eye bright green and the other a deep smear of crimson. Her hair was caught in the roots, her face partially submerged in the clear water. One ear was missing, and her lips had been ripped to shreds. There were puncture wounds all over her face and no body beneath her pale neck. What did remain of her neck had ragged teeth marks all over it. The man fell to his knees and vomited. He wiped his mouth with the back of his hand and thought, "It's happening again." He rubbed the stump of his amputated right arm and cried. So, there we go. Already, you could see there was a Jaws inspiration with the discovery of Chrissy Watkins' body and the vomit induced by that. So, yes, that is the prologue. Let me know what you think down below. And that's it. Have a spooky day.